Welcome to today's edition of the show podcast.
Before the premiere of Burning Kabaddi, all I knew about the sport was that it was the basis for a series of jokes I didn't find funny in Chaos School Road. Now that I've seen the episode, I know that it is my personal nightmare of a sport. It involves touching and tackling and, if the show is to be believed, occasional dragging in what the episode is happy to tell us several times is one of the only, if not the only, team sports not to involve balls, sticks, or any other equipment. To my totally untrained eye, it looks like a combination of wrestling and dodgeball. But like most sports anime, this one is setting up to also be about the characters as much as it is about the actual sport. Our entry point into both story and Kabaddi is Yogoshi, a high school student who was a middle school soccer star. He's fed up with soccer, sports, and athletic life in general. He's tired of guys who stink of sweat, of the backstabbing that he experienced on his team, and of the general way that soccer was assumed to be his end-all and be-all. Now that he's in high school, he's actively repelling all attempts from the soccer team to get him to join in favor of his new love. Live streaming on Miko Miko, where he goes by the alias Night End. Also, he thinks that wearing a face mask is sufficient to hide his identity, so brilliance is maybe not his strong suit. In fact, he's utterly shocked when someone finds him on Miko Miko midstream, and when that coincides with someone hammering on his door, he's convinced that the soccer team has him once and for all. As it turns out, it's the Kabaddi team who has set out to recruit him, and their vice-captain is something of a streaming god, which is both how he found Yogoshi and how he finagles his recruitment to the team in one of those annoyingly bad deals that anime characters seem to love. Fortunately, Yogoshi is at least a little intrigued by the sport, and the idea that it doesn't involve equipment, so things will probably work out. In all honesty, Burning Kabaddi looks like it's going to be like any other sports anime. They have to get the team up to 7 players, they have to learn to play together as a team, the captain has to get out of the hospital to my surprise, he appears to have anime wasting disease, not a Kabaddi-related injury, etc. It'll probably be fine, and the lure of a somewhat unusual sport may be enough of a draw for those on the fence. Personally, I can't deal with the fact that one of the guys has no irises in his eyes, but if you can and you like sports shows, this seems perfectly adequate.